so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we survived a little bit of that improv. Thank you, everyone. So I'm Tyler. Real quick background on me. I actually got into crypto, man, quite a long time ago, even before Charlie. So that's, I guess, my claim to fame, seeing Charlie's original post about Litecoin and getting excited in Litecoin, mining Litecoin probably from even like a few weeks after inception. I've had other payments companies, so I've been in crypto, specifically to payments, for 13, 14 years at this point. Co-founded Flexa, a digital payments network. Now I'm working on 2 other projects, one Ampera, all around just spending universal digital assets at some of the largest merchants in the world, grassroots initiatives, things like promoting Litecoin as like a alternative form of payments. These are the things that really kind of excite me. And then also new DeFi protocols that allow for kind of more ubiquitous collateralization uses, particularly then for payments, to be able to make safe payments where you don't trust counterparties, and just basically the entire gamut around just using crypto, having the real world use cases of it, particularly to payments, and like what this like kind of inevitability will really start to look like. And so as part of all that, you go to the litecoin.org website, and what does it say, right? There's one line on there, and it says, Litecoin is the cryptocurrency for payments. And so I thought, well, what better than to talk to the people, some of the prominent community members that we have on stage now today that are using Litecoin for payments. Like, so exactly as that mission statement. These are the guys out there now for years, on the ground, spending Litecoin, peer-to-peer, in stores, some of the largest merchants, and we want to hear from them of like what that's been like, what this mission is, how we can support them, because we've heard from a lot of other people now, yesterday and even today. We've heard from a lot of the development. We've heard from folks in the legal side of things. We had privacy advocates. We have mining discussions, investor trading discussions. All these other pieces are a part of this community. And I would say, without these guys here, we might not even be here at all. There might not even be a Litecoin conference if these guys are not out here doing what, building the community and literally doing what Litecoin is supposed to do and what we talk about Litecoin and what it is. So, and it's not just their singular vision, it is everyone in this room, and it is a community, it is all these pieces, they're all important, but I really want to emphasize some of this and get into some of the details so we can understand it more around what a lot of this looks like. So, not my spiel, let's talk about just go through really quickly, just real quick background. Why do you spend Litecoin? What even is that? Why are you using Litecoin? So you guys probably know John, and we'll take it from there.
All right. As the smartest guy in the room, to back up that point, and I'm sorry, these lights are on me, so I know my eyes, I'm trying not to squint, so if you think I'm sleeping, I'm just an Asian man trying not to squint with these crazy bright lights on me, okay? So calm down, I'm awake, all right? So to prove that I'm the smartest guy in the room, 2017, early I got in, and then I was on Twitter, and I quickly realized I couldn't tweet with good sentences because I didn't know where the commas went. And then I said, August 6, 2018, I said, you know what? All these engineers, coders, they're too smart for me. But I know one thing, they can't go on the road and prove that this thing works. So I sold everything, my business, my house, left in my truck with Litecoin logo all over it, and I did a hashtag LTC 30 for 30 tour. I toured around the United States, visited almost every state, and then gave people Litecoin. Me and Johnny Litecoin, we knocked on businesses and asked them to accept Litecoin as payment. So that's how I started, because I was the smartest guy in the room. And I had to prove to the world that even a simple man with a simple plan can show the world the power of cryptocurrency and Litecoin. And I had a saying, the world doesn't need more information, they need a demonstration. And I decided to demonstrate the power of Litecoin and change Because every time I transact with Litecoin, it's a vote. I'm voting for Litecoin. So that's my story and how I started it. Once again, the smartest guy in the room. Respect it.
Yeah, what a legend. It's kind of hard to follow up with all that because John Ken has absolutely shown outstanding conviction to the cause here. Wanted to circle around to what Tyler was kind of touching on with the purpose of Litecoin. One of the fundamental values of Litecoin is to be able to spend it as a digital asset. And if we're not out there propelling digital assets to be used in our daily lives, it will never really become a part of the fabric of our society, in my opinion. So getting out there and making efforts to allow this digital asset to be integrated into the fabric of our society, of our culture, of the future, we need to go out there and do stuff. Building is great, don't get me wrong, but we've got to use it for something, and integrating it with daily lives, I think, is one of the most important things for me, especially with the development and progress of regulatory clarity moving forward here in the United States. So if we want to see it be successful, then I think we need to go out there and make sure it's a part of our daily lives.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I suppose, first off, I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be at the Litecoin Summit here in the vibrant city of Nashville, and it's a really big honor for me to be on this stage with these three gentlemen. Going back to John, he's one of the big motivators for me that even got into doing sped-in videos and spending digital currencies. So I'm just really honored to be on this stage with them. And as for me, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Litecoin, and I'm bullish on Ampera. And as far as Litecoin goes, it was the cryptocurrency that brought me into this crypto space. So I have to give a heartfelt thank you to Litecoin for introducing me to this incredible world of cryptocurrency. And yeah, Litecoin it's an OG coin. It's my favorite money to spend. And Litecoin, as far as being able to spend Litecoin, I like to use the Spendin app. So the Spendin app by Flexa, and it just gives me, I suppose, the seamlessness to spend any asset that I want to spend around at any merchant. And I suppose as far as Litecoin goes, I just wanted to make that point, with these guys, and how Litecoin has motivated me to go out there and share how digital assets are the future. And it's something that I'm passionate and enthusiastic about. So send it back over there.
Yeah, and one of the things they hinted on a little bit is all three of these guys make some pretty tremendous videos. So if you're on Twitter particularly, various qualities, John's are a little raw, I guess I would say. Whereas Team Litecoin, as you might know him online, has a lot more even production value and everywhere in between. And I can say, in getting some of the largest merchants literally in the world to start accepting crypto as payment, native integrations within their points of sale, we show them these videos because they look at it and they say, wow, people are actually excited to go spend this stuff. They're actually using this stuff. There's communities around this. Because you think about the alternative, I'm pretty sure there aren't any videos of people online whipping out their debit card and being excited to pay at a point of sale, right? So that's the status quo. And so when these merchants are seeing this, yeah, maybe it's a smaller percentage of what their business could look like today, and they are saving a lot of money, and it's interesting to them. But when they see this stuff, which is just completely different, and they can start harnessing this in communities and realize that there's actually enthusiasm, there's another world around what people perceive to be payments, is really, really powerful. So these three guys in particular, I have literally shared their videos with some of the largest merchants in the world saying, hey, look, this is a real thing. So to that point, Nate, you talked a little bit around kind of why Litecoin. Is there anything else you guys would add about why specifically, what does Litecoin maybe make it more spendable than something like Bitcoin or any of the other assets, right? And this is not to say that any other assets are not good. We're not going to try to just shit on stuff. But like, what about Litecoin maybe makes it even stronger, or what resonates with you of why you spend it versus other assets?
You know, yesterday somebody said in 2017 I got into Litecoin because thought I was a genius trader, because my first couple months into crypto, everybody thinks you're winning, right? But to move funds from exchange to exchange, Bitcoin took too long, Litecoin was the coin. So that's how I got into Litecoin, and I just realized it was just a faster Bitcoin. But, you know, if you see any of my videos, I'm always paying with Litecoin. It's almost like I'm in a cult. I can't spend anything else because Charlie Lee is my best friend, and I'm a very loyal guy, right? But let me tell you a quick story. Like I said, going back to me being the smartest guy,
Wait, just a quick to that. You did say you went to almost every state getting Litecoin, and then you said you went to 30 states, right?
It was 30 days, 30 for 30.
But then you said 30 states, I thought.
Yeah.
Almost all the states, right? 30 states?
I know there's like 48
Okay.
states, so I might have hit all of it, if my math is correct. But I don't have a high school diploma. I'm not saying that proudly. It sucks, but it's the truth. But I got to speak at Johns Hopkins and UPenn, and this is what I told them. My son took me to AMC at the time. Flexa, Spedden, you were able to buy a ticket. And I gave him a bunch of Litecoin. He's like, oh, internet money, I don't even know what this is. We went to AMC. He bought the ticket, bought the popcorn with Litecoin through the Spedden app, and it clicked. He said, dang, Dad, this is really money, right? And I told that, and at UPenn, which I didn't even know UPenn was an Ivy League school. You want to hear a funny story? I left that place. I called Charlie. Charlie's like, how do you feel speaking at a prestigious university with no high school diploma? I said, what are you talking about? He's like, UPenn is a legit Ivy League. I'm like, bro, why didn't you tell me? Because the night before, I drank. And I woke up with a hangover because I thought it was UT Austin or UT Arlington, right? So I thought it was UPenn, just, you know, and I walked in and I said my thing and I got out. And he said, no, John, I'm glad I didn't tell you because you're so good off the cuff. You just go in, you do your thing. But the reason I tell you that is right when I told them, 12-year-old kid, as soon as he was able to purchase a movie ticket and popcorn with Litecoin, he knew it was money. And after that, he has been extorting me every day. Every time he does a chore, give me a Litecoin. So I guess what I'm trying to say, the power of Litecoin is in the demonstration. You can argue all you want, but once you show them, they're no longer the same again. And Litecoin is the right coin, and if Asian would say it, right coin is the Litecoin. Listen, I'm trying to follow Marty, the greatest MC ever at a conference, okay? But yeah, so right coin is the Litecoin, and for me, and the speed of it is great. So for me, it has been the best experience. It's the only coin that I will ever spend until we get to mass adoption.
That's beautiful, man. Wow.
I got you.
Again, what a legend. Can we put him on the end next time? Yeah, John's done so much for the community. As for me, being completely transparent, I've spent probably over 20 digital assets. I've made hundreds of transactions, and it just so happens, I didn't really think about it during the entire past year, but 20% of all of my transactions have been through Litecoin. And when I think about it down to the nitty gritty, I remember back 2012, 2013, you know, acquiring Bitcoin around that time. Sending it was a pain in the butt, man, like, and it has been for quite some time. I stepped out of crypto for a really long time, and then I stumbled across Tyler Spalding speaking at a couple conferences. And what I really loved about being able to use the Flexa technology behind spending is to be able to spend any digital asset. It really kind of unlocks the value of digital assets and spending. But it turns out that Litecoin is so fast, it's so secure, and it's very like, I don't know how to say it. It's just very empowering for the individual to be able to kind of unbank themselves in a fast, efficient way. So I really appreciate that about the token. On top of that, the community here is just like a little family. And this is my first time being here, and I'm so fortunate to be here. But the way everybody already knows each other and everybody already kind of connects and communicates with each other, it's just a very wholesome community that everyone is just incredibly uplifting. Everybody wants to see each other kind of win here, and it's not very competitive. It's more co-opetition where you guys are trying to help each other succeed. So I really do appreciate that. Y'all are just trying to pump each other up here. So that's why I really like to spend like.
We need to pump something.
Yeah.
The price ain't pumping.
Actually, I don't want to cut you off, but you had a great segue of. I'd really like to have you guys answer this question of, so you guys are out there, you're talking to the community, trying to grow the community, you've got like a face out there, people are seeing this. You know, a lot of people might be buying Litecoin because of you guys. So when the market potentially goes bad, and now people are really frustrated because they've relied on you for opinions or actions or otherwise, how do you handle that? Like, what do you guys do around that? How do you internalize that? What is the approach even for other people in this room as we're getting more people or advocates into something like Litecoin, and then things aren't the best? And when I say that, I mean just purely from a price perspective, right? Like, how do you handle that?
I sit up straight, button up my buttons because I don't feel secure and confident anymore, and I run away. No, but everybody understands when you get somebody into crypto and the price goes down, the way they look at you is different. You know, before they look at you like the savior or whatever, and now they look at you like, you know. So I think that's the hardest thing, because I remember the place that I live, I got everybody together and I did this 2-hour seminar for free, and everybody started buying AMP and Litecoin, and then a year later, everybody kept avoiding me, looking at me like, I was like working out at the gym, like looking around. So we've all been there, right? Everybody, you got somebody in, it goes down, and you're the a-hole, right? So I think it's just to endure it. Just ride it out until the next bull run, and then, you know, you get your little, you know.
Have conviction.
You know, as somebody who has, you caught my eye really early on in my cryptocurrency journey, John, and yeah, the price of Litecoin has fluctuated and has gone down just like every other asset, and you know, it might not be performing on the market cap as we'd all like, but something about, you know, Litecoin's values, this community that has really helped me dig back in deeper. So I've always been an advocate for Litecoin, especially with my family and my friends. Like, the energy was euphoric during the last bull run, and obviously a lot of that was drained or depleted during the bear market. But what I noticed about myself and a lot of the Litecoin community is just grinding and digging back into those values that we believe in with this asset. So like with Litecoin, for me, you know, like it's speed, it's efficiency, low fees, it's always in development, it's broad adoption, the community, innovation, all those things really kept me motivated and eager to keep spreading awareness, I suppose. And not only that, but not just talk about it, but be about it. And the best way to do that for me was downloading the Spedin app and by Flexa and going out there and showing the world that, you know, this is the best way to spend your money. So for me, like, Litecoin was a gateway in two ways. You know, it brought me into the cryptocurrency space in a large way based off the values that it represents in the community. But in a lot of ways, Litecoin has been a gateway opening up like endless possibilities and motivating and innovation for the cryptocurrency space in general. I mean, it's an OG coin, and it's literally like the best money that you can spend from my perspective, in my opinion.
Just to go back to the hard reality of like the price action, right? I think something that I've been more so doing lately is expressing the idea that you know, we're all passionate. We're all here. Everybody here is a passionate individual in one way, shape, or another. So when it comes to you know, this financial issue of price action affecting people negatively, I think it's really important to encourage all your friends or family or whoever it is that you talk and try to inspire and encourage within the space, that the importance to not compromise yourself. Like, do not overextend yourself, because if you're going to overextend yourself and you're passionate about something, you believe in something, you might not be able to have the ability to contribute. You might not be able to have the ability to come out here to go out and make a difference and support the community in ways you might have if you hadn't overextended yourself. So take care of yourself first. Take profits along the way if you can. Not financial advice, by the way, but this is just my own opinion. Because like, we need you here. We need everyone here in the community to work towards the goal of mass adoption. I mean, I assume all of you want to have like an ETF or to see Litecoin be able to be in the fabric of our daily lives. So take care of yourself first, you know, and encourage others to not overextend and not compromise their position to be able to be an important aspect and component of the community, right? Because we want it to grow, and we don't want to see community leave. We need it.
All right, well said. Thank you, guys, and yeah, thanks for. And I encourage you guys to chat with any of them if they can be helpful. Any other advice or anything they can share about what they've been doing on their journey. Anything you can amplify what they're doing. They'll be here as well. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming, guys.
I'm gonna say one last thing. I've been living off cryptocurrency 100% since 2018. I still am, right? So I just want you to know it can be done. It's possible, But I think the greatest thing that we all as a community can tell you is that if you don't have deep, deep conviction in this place, you're done, right? You won't be able to last. And, Buffett said wealth is transferred from the impatient to the patient. But I like to add, without conviction, I mean, you're just not going to make it in this volatile market. So, research, get that conviction, and let's freaking go.